Hey, what's up, everyone? Now, for those of you who know me, that I know that I'm a Formula One fan, and this past weekend was the Malaysian Grand Prix, where Daniel Ricciardo brilliantly won, thoroughly deserved it, although he should have won the Monaco Grand Prix this year, if the Red Bull team didn't screw him out of that victory. Um, we all now, whoever watched the Malaysian Grand Prix knows that Lewis Hamilton retired with 15 laps to go. That the crowd was that at one point on the back straight you hear crowd cheering, and then the camera cuts to the reason why. Lewis Hamilton's engine has blown up, flames coming out of the back, and then you hear on his team radio of him just saying, "Oh no, no!" Now, I've been watching Formula One since I was about 6 years old, and I don't remember hearing a team radio with a driver actor saying that before. I'll say it was quite funny. So now, Lewis Hamilton's now 23 points behind Nico Rosberg with 125 points left on the board. So apparently this has severely dented his chances of winning his fourth title this year. It hasn't severely dented his chances. So he's 23 points behind with 125 left on the board. If he wins in Japan and Rosberg retires, he will take the lead in the Drivers' Championship by 2 points. So this severely denting his hopes has really, annoyed me, saying, Lewis, it hasn't dented your hopes. It hasn't severely dented it, hasn't dashed them. Now, the next day I went to work. I was helping put the newspapers out, and I had to see the sports section to see if there was anything about Formula One what happened on Sunday. And there was. Apparently, there's Lewis Hamilton saying that there's a conspiracy against him. Because Mercedes have got engines with three other teams. For example, Williams. They've got Mercedes power. But Lewis is the only one to have an engine failure during the race. So apparently there's a conspiracy out against him. That someone is trying to tamper his chances of winning his fourth world championship this season. Lewis, if it's actually true, if you actually believe that there's a conspiracy against you about someone trying to take away your fourth world championship, no, there is no such conspiracy. Yes, you had an engine failure on Sunday. It happens. Your engine just failed. Take it on the chin. Go to Japan and believe that you can have a good race. It's one of your favourite tracks. It's one of your strongest tracks. So this conspiracy bullshit apparently that you're spouting? Really? Conspiracy? Apparently it's unacceptable that you are having an engine phase. Apparently it's unacceptable that you have it, but if there's anyone else that So this seriously, Lewis, man. I have, over the years, with your constant bitching and complaining that if it doesn't go your way, loads of people who I serve, who watch Formula One, who have said that they have supported you at the beginning of your career, like I have. I've supported you at the beginning of your Formula One career. I was happy that you won the World Championship in your second year. But then, it's like after when you won that World Championship, you developed a slightly different personality. That if a race doesn't go your way, if you have a really good car capable of winning and you don't win, you come out with these excuses saying that there's a problem with the car, saying that. So remember, like it was, I believe it was the Austrian Grand Prix last year that you were on pole. You were on pole. Nico beat you off the line, and he only finished what 8 seconds ahead of you because you had a 5 second time penalty for crossing the pit lane exit line. And you said that you had a clutch problem. You did not have a clutch problem, Lewis. You did not. Because if you had a clutch problem, you wouldn't have stayed on the track 3 seconds behind Nico. You wouldn't have stayed behind that. You would have fallen back. And you certainly wouldn't have pulled away from the rest of the pack. Just take it on the chin that if Nico or if anyone else beats you on the track, take it on the chin. Say that they are the better drivers that day. Don't say that there was a problem with the car, because there wasn't. You just weren't the best driver of that race. Someone else was. There will always be someone else that will beat you on the track. And I really hope, one day that this thing stops. Because I got a little bit more respect out for you. Like when you took pole in Monza, you had a bad start. You said it yourself. You said yourself that you made a bad start. After all these last few years of you saying that there was a problem with the car if you don't win, I lost a lot of respect for you. I have, because it's just moaning and complaining. I got a little bit more respect. I had a little bit of respect for you for admitting that you didn't do a good start. A little bit. But now this conspiracy thing, apparently you demand answers why you're the only one who's had an engine failure. Just get a grip, man. Just get a grip. Because I think back to 2005, that when Giancarlo Fisichella was driving for Renault back then, he had so many mechanical problems. He had hydraulic failures. He had engine failures, gearbox problems, you name it. He had them in 2005. But he never once said that there was a conspiracy against him. He never said that. Of course, he was angry that he wasn't able to finish the race, but he took it on the chin and hope for the next race it will be a better one for him. Just, Lewis, please, man, just stop with this moaning, bitching, complaining that if a race doesn't go your way, and if you have a mechanical failure, don't say that there's a conspiracy against you, that someone's trying to tamper your chances. That does not happen. You had a bad day. Mechanical-wise, you had a bad day mechanical-wise. Get over it. Just get over it, Lewis.